The most dangerous person in any room isn't the loudest or the meanest. It's the one who stopped caring what everyone else thinks. They've discovered something most people never will. That validation from others is the weakest drug you can take. Once you break this addiction, you become unstoppable. And today, I'm showing you exactly how to break it. Here's what nobody tells you about seeking validation. Every time you ask for approval, you're handing over your power. You're saying, "I don't trust my own judgment." You're making other people the boss of your self-worth. And here's the cruel part. The more you seek it, the less people respect you. Think about the people you admire most. Do they constantly ask what you think? Do they change their plans based on other people's moods? No. They make decisions and stick to them. They have opinions and share them. They don't apologize for taking up space. But somewhere along the way, you learned that being liked was more important than being respected. You learned that fitting in mattered more than standing out. This is where it all went wrong. So how do you break free? How do you go from someone who needs approval to someone who commands respect? It starts with understanding this simple truth. People don't respect what they can predict. When you always say yes, you're predictable. When you always agree, you're predictable. When you always put others first, you're predictable, and predictable people get ignored. The first step is learning to say no without explaining yourself. Not, "Sorry, I can't," because just no. Watch how people react when you stop giving them reasons to argue with. They'll be confused at first. They're used to negotiating with you. They're used to you caving in. Next, stop asking for opinions on decisions that are yours to make. Your career choice, your relationships, your goals. These aren't group projects. When you constantly seek input, you're training people to see you as someone who can't think for themselves. Here's where it gets interesting. As you do this, some people will get uncomfortable. They'll call you selfish or difficult. This is actually a good sign. It means you're breaking out of the box they put you in. When people call you selfish for having boundaries, that's not criticism, that's information. It tells you exactly who is benefiting from your people-pleasing behavior. The people who truly care about you will respect your growth. The others will reveal themselves. This is where most people give up. They feel guilty and go back to seeking approval. But here's what separates the threats from the followers. Threats don't apologize for their existence. You want to become dangerous? Start making decisions based on your values, not their comfort. Start speaking up when something doesn't sit right with you. Start pursuing goals that scare you, not goals that impress others. The shift happens when you realize that their opinion of you is none of your business. Their approval won't pay your bills. Their validation won't build your dreams. Their comfort with your choices won't determine your success. Watch what happens when you stop performing for an audience. You'll have more energy because you're not constantly managing everyone else's emotions. You'll make better decisions because they're actually yours. You'll attract different people, the kind who respect strength instead of exploiting weakness. Here's the final piece that most people miss. Becoming a threat isn't about being aggressive or mean. It's about being so secure in who you are that you don't need external confirmation. When you reach this point, something strange happens. People start coming to you for advice. They start respecting your opinions. They stop trying to change your mind about things. Why? Because you've shown them that your self-worth isn't up for negotiation. The irony is beautiful. The less you seek validation, the more people want to give it to you. The less you need their approval, the more they respect your judgment. You become magnetic not because you're trying to impress anyone, but because you've stopped trying.